Welcome to Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni 101 with a dash of Ryan Reynolds as a pop quiz. This has turned into a whole class, okay? The thought of creating an all encompassing video on this topic was like too much. But I have an answer on how you can get caught up really quickly, and it's this. Hulu just released their version or coverage of the trial. It came out yesterday. So if you are not caught up on this, and trust me, you will need a team of people to catch you up because there's so much information. This Hulu doc will get you on the right path. I feel like it will get you up until maybe like last week because there's been so many things that have happened since then. So I'll catch you up on what's like pending from this Friday to like last week. And you watch this show and you're going to be on point. So I can't believe that they've already have something out. Like this is wild. Now, I made a video the other day about all the Diddy docs, and there are tons of them, and there are more of them to come. My favorites are Making of a Bad Boy, and I've changed my mind. I like the latest one that came out. I think it's called The Fallout of Diddy. That one is on Max. Or no. HBO. Yeah. HBO and Max are the same thing. Anyway, that's the one to watch. Those two are very comprehensive, and they do this. So if y'all have seen people talk about this, and I'm sure you have, I feel like there are a lot of communities are focusing on it. So it's one of those. Definitely tune in to watch this. And I feel like you'll have a decent foundation to be able to comment and understand what's happening because there's so much. Now, let's get to the updates right now as we speak. The first one is this was last week, and Justin Baldoni thank you, to launch a website so that he can post all the correspondence and provide all the information that he has to pretty much clear his name. Now, I don't know if you know this, but last week he did leak some of the footage, which was something that she mentioned in her claim against him. And I think that the website is just a way of just creating a all, encompassing website or just collection of all the things he's releasing. Because to be honest with you, when I attempted to report the story from beginning to end, I had all these different pieces. There are tons of dates, lots of info. We're not even in the courtroom yet. This thing hasn't even gone to trial yet. Speaking of a trial date, we do have one. We have a trial date for March 9th. We have the Honorable Judge Louis J. Lyman is going to be the person that is over the case. And I believe that Blake Lively petitioned for a jury trial. So we will have jury. And the jury has been seeing all this stuff, which is one of the reasons why I think that they are trying to move to dismiss this case, because now we've got some of the public opinion seeping into the courtroom because you see this stuff everywhere. And hey, y'all started it. Y'all put it out there. You guys wanted the court of public opinion to work for you. And I have I have some evidence of that too. But let's jump to the next topic. Yes. Girl, it's so much going on. I tell you, it is so much going on. So Taylor Swift and Blake Lively are good friends, and they are still friends. So don't let the headline fool you. But she has taken a step back. According to a source, they are saying that her name was used as an intimidation tactic during a meeting involving Justin and Ryan Reynolds, and Taylor Swift was there, and Blake had taken it upon herself to rewrite a scene, which I hear, because I haven't seen the movie, went over really well. But there was some communication about like, hey, like, I like the changes that you made. You didn't have to bring your big friends in, your big husband and your big friend Taylor Swift. And she refers to them as her dragons. So if you hear anyone making any references about them being her, those two being her dragons, then that's what it means. And apparently some of Taylor Swift's friends found that distasteful, referring to Taylor as a dragon. At any rate, she's concerned about her reputation, her name being brought up in the lawsuit, and is politely stepping back for now, which makes a lot of sense. You can't take everyone down with you, girl. You're gonna have to figure it out on your own. So, there are tons of theories. I want you to know that right now. And once you catch up on the Hulu doc, or read every single article out there known to man about this topic, you will start to form your own theory. It's human nature. Don't feel weird about it. It's okay. I'll embrace you, because I think this theory might be the closest thing to the truth. Let me read it to you. So this person says, I have no inside info, whatever, but just putting together the tidbits of the background info I read, it sounds very much like Justin bought the film rights to the book before the book's popularity exploded. And then Blake and Ryan, and maybe even the author of the book, thought that they could step in and use their power in the industry to pressure Justin to sell the rights to them so that they can develop it as some star vehicle for Blake. When that didn't work, they went behind Justin's back to try and influence their film in their vision anyway, plus smeared him in the press. And now it sounds like the bullying has continued, which is crazy poor judgment on Ryan and Blake's part, given that the first part of their plan for the film didn't seem to work well at all. I refuse to sell to them out of spite, honestly, if she was in that person's shoes. And there is another couple of videos I want to share with you where people are stating that they think this is more about a transfer of power that never happened. Now, there's an article that came out last September before all of this stuff really came out. And in that article, right there, let me show it to you. In that article, a source says that Ryan Reynolds was prepared to offer millions of dollars to Baldoni to secure this franchise for Lively. There are 2 books, okay? And he wanted to resolve the tension between them by just removing Baldoni from the equation and allowing his wife to continue her involvement with the franchise. Okay, right? And no one has really talked about this article until now because things are starting to come together. There's also this video here where Blake appears with Colleen Hoover, the author of the book.
Dark thriller. It's going to be interesting. Can you do that
And
one?
is there any
just
chance
exclusive.
that we could
I'm
have a
exclusive.
sequence?
Colleen Hoover.
What chance that you can have a what?
A sequence, like it starts with this.
Oh.
I mean, if Colleen has her rights, I'll go anywhere. I'll follow this woman anywhere.
Y'all heard her.
So it's funny that she should mention if Colleen has her rights, because Colleen sold her rights. Justin purchased the rights for both books before they were even popular amongst readers. There was even someone that claimed that Hoover, which is Colleen, that Colleen had regretted selling the rights to the books because she could have received more money for movie rights once the book's popularity skyrocketed a few years down the line. So Colleen has chosen a side. She's on the side of Blake, and apparently she's removed her Instagram profile and without a crystal ball has shared a message. She says, "It ends with us." Author Colleen Hoover speaks out about the legal issues and fights over film adaptation of her book. By now most know that Colleen Hoover is on the side of Blake. Based on Hoover's comments, there appears to be frustration over the lack of control she has had over the film creative direction. Hoover wrote on her private Facebook group, "What is happening with the movie that I do not own and cannot take control of is not something I'm ignoring, but rather something I'm carefully choosing to not speak on for so many reasons. Yes, it is easy to think that you know all these people and their motivations, but unless you know someone's phone number personally and can speak with them directly about a situation, anything else you think or say is just assumption. That's it. And I do not want to see assumption in this group regarding a very, very, very serious and unfortunately public issue. So any comments I see about it that are rude in any direction will be deleted in here out of fairness and hope that the legal system will take care of this." She also responded to a comment and stated that she will never sell any of her book rights to any film production companies. Additionally, she states that any future films made about her books will be produced by her own production company. According to Colleen Hoover, she has no rights to the sequel. It Starts With Us, and the option is owned by Wayfarer Studios, which is owned by Justin Baldoni. Either way, it's clear she's Team Blake. So here's the message. She says here, "Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Domestic violence is something I have firsthand experience with. I wrote this book for myself and my mother. This book means the world to me. I will defend it with my soul. What is happening with the movie that I do not own and cannot take control of is not something I'm ignoring, but rather something I'm carefully choosing to not speak on for so many reasons. Yes, it is easy to think that you know all these people and their motivations, but unless you know someone's phone number personally and can speak with them directly about any situation, anything else you think or say is just an assumption. That's it. And I do not want to see assumption in this group regarding a very, very, very serious and unfortunately public issue. So many comments I see about it that are rude in any direction will be deleted in here out of fairness, and I hope that the legal system will take care of this, because we for sure aren't coming to a resolution on it in this group. So while I know it's such an odd thing not to be talking about it in here because it's such a huge part of my career and my life, I'm choosing respectfully to hold my tongue. This is such a delicate matter. I am not by any means saying I'm ignoring it or you should ignore it. Just please don't do it in here or demand I do so. Thank you for understanding, and show grace in comments, please. I try not to micromanage this group, so turning comments off in a post is super annoying, and I'm going to sleep, so just don't be a DICK. Love you guys." She says here, 99.999% of the time you lose all rights to a film and they can do with it whatever they want, change anything they want. You're essentially handing it over knowing there's a chance the movie made from it cannot have one single similarity, and you just have to hope you are working with people who respect and receive your input. I do not have an issue with the movie. Everyone worked hard on it, and I think it turned out so much better than I was expecting it to. But I did stop selling rights after selling these. I don't own Verity, but my production company is a part of it, and I'm executive producer on Regretting You because I sold all 3 of those back in like 2019 or 2020. But since then, I have chosen to keep all rights and produce them under Heartbones Productions, which I started with my dear friend Lauren. So I'll have a lot more control moving forward should I want it. Just not sure if I have time for it. Let me just interject real quick. So this is the business. And I know like the way that she's writing, and I'm sure her fans and even people that are outside of the business might see this in a different way and say, oh, that's not fair. Like, that's not cool that she doesn't get to, no, you sold the story. The story gets told whatever way that the new people own the story. Let us not sit here and allow our feelings seep into these business deals, because unless he crawls inside of your head, or takes a screenplay from you and allows you to direct, the movie is not going to be the book. So I think it's just kind of weird that she's sharing that part of it, because honestly, that that's what's going to happen. You know that this is not going to be your vision. If you sold the rights to your book, if you are partnering with a production company and they are going to help you tell the story and or you're going to lead it, then that's different. And then you actually have some qualms because you guys had an agreement. So I think this is fodder and it's unnecessary, but she's definitely airing out her grievances. And what it sounds like to me, without actually saying it, she's like, this is the reason that I don't like Justin. And why she will not pursue, selling her rights again. Well, the money must be good because I would sell some rights for sure. I would definitely sell some rights. So what are your thoughts on all of this? There are so many things coming out. Every day there's something. And a lot of people feel like Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are the ones who started it, and they don't like the game because the game is being played on both sides, and now they're looking bad, and that their respective brands and anything else they own may be tarnished from all of this activity. Justin Baldoni is also saying the same thing. He's saying that he lost a role, he lost out on some sort of business as well. And I see why all of you guys are, because I don't understand why this is so important. I don't because I'm not in it. I don't need anyone to explain it to me. I just don't understand why these were the moves, why this could not be rectified behind closed doors. What's driving either side outside of wanting to be right and defending yourself? How did we get here? How did we get here? And will we ever get out of here is the question, because y'all are going every single day. I promise you, every single day there's something on this case, which is why you need to take the course. The course is available on Hulu for you to study up and be ready to do a pop quiz at any time. Okay? With that being said, we are going to cover this on this channel as well. So that'd be a great place for you to start, because I did not create my own video to catch up everyone up to this point, because I was like, at this point, I need a curriculum and we need to have tests. And we ain't doing all that. Let me know your theories in the comments. Do you think that the newest theory is closer to the truth? Or is Justin just a bad boy and he's creating all this havoc, and Ryan is trying to protect his wife and tried to just take the move? I'll just pay you to go away. But Justin wants to stick it to these guys. Let me know in the comments.